Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're having a good weekend and you're getting a lot of reading done and the weather's really nice for you. It was really cold here. It's been pretty cold, but well, look out the window. Well, I can see a wee bit of blue sky, and I think it's pretty light today, so which is nice. I'm here today to do the TMI Book Tag. I saw this on Cherrie Walker's channel. Really enjoyed it and thought I would do it. I was very clever. Well, I think I was very clever. I typed or copied and pasted the questions onto a piece of paper, and I've written my answers. So hopefully it will not be this will not be like one of these huge long videos. Hopefully I can get through this fairly quickly for you. Hope you enjoy it, and here we go. First question: whose clothes style from a book character do you like? I don't do that. I don't think about that when I'm reading a book. I don't kind of pay attention to that sort of thing. It's just not kind of me. I'm not one of these people that is very, very clothes orientated. So no, it just doesn't work for me. Number 2, your book boyfriend, fictional crush. I don't have one. There are lots of kind of male characters that you think, oh yeah, I like that character, but I don't think, ooh, yeah, I would like to be with that character. But you know, crush type thing. Now it's just not something I've done. Number 3, ever loved a character but then started hating him? No, not that I'm aware of. I have to say though that I can switch that round. I did hate to begin with. I thought Snape was an absolute pain in the ass in Harry Potter, but at the end I actually admired him for what he did. So that I kind of switched that one. Number 4, biggest longest book on your shelf. There you go. Coming Home, Rosamund Pilcher. How is that for a chunker? It's over 700 pages long, but it's a fabulous book. If you've never read it, go get it. It's brilliant. So that's that one. Heaviest book on your bookshelf, it would be Blue Planet by the BBC. They brought it out as a companion book to the Blue Planet TV series, to do with marine biology. So I've got that. It's on my bookshelf away out in the other part of the house. I just wasn't going to lift it down. Number 6, do you have any book posters? No, it's not something I've ever gotten into. Number 7, do you have any book themed jewellery? No, I don't, but I do have a Pandora bracelet that on it my friend gave me a little Bible charm, so I have that. If that can be called book themed jewellery, then I will change my answer to yes. Number 8, book OTP, One True Pairing. For me, Temp Brennan and Andrew Ryan from Kathy Rice's Bones series. In the books, they're on off. I want them to be on. You know, let's just get this straight. I want Andrew Ryan and Temp Brennan to be a couple. Number 9, favourite book series. Adult book series would be Cedar Cove by Debbie May Comer. I love those books. I really do. I think they're great. And if it was a children's one, it would be The Shalley School by Eleanor and Brent Dyer. If I'm ever in a reading slump, that's where I head. I head to this wonderful boarding school set in various parts of the world. So yes, definitely that. Number 10, favourite book to movie soundtrack. Harry Potter. I think the music for the Harry Potter films is just fantastic. A book story you miss and wish would continue. Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. I really want to know what happens. Come on, do the Cullens become the head vampire family? What happens to Nessie? So come on, Stephanie Meyer, please write another one. Come on, we all want to know. Number 12, favourite standalone. It would be The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Goudge. This is just such a beautiful story. The descriptions in this are amazing. So again, if you've never read it, try and get your hands on it because it's absolutely beautiful. Number 13, when do you read books? Anytime. If I've got a spare minute, my nose is in a book. If I'm travelling, my nose is in a book. You know, I read at night, I read during the day. It really just depends what I'm doing, but at some point during the day, my nose will be in a book. Number 14, which Hogwarts house are you in? Gryffindor was the one that I was in when I first did the Pottermore registration. Whether that's still the same now that I know they've changed it, I don't know. I may go back and sort of see if my house has changed. I hope not. I like being in Gryffindor, but I also wouldn't mind being in Hufflepuff. So yeah, we'll wait and see. If I do decide to do a re-registration or redo my sort of Pottermore house sorting, I may film it and let you know. I don't want to be in Slytherin. Sorry anybody who's in Slytherin and likes being there, I don't want to be in Slytherin. 15. Quality you look for in a book. I like good plot, believable characters, good world building, and just something that you can get your teeth into. 16. Favourite book quote. And so, dear reader, I married him. I think that is the best start to a final chapter ever. I love that book. I love that quote. If anybody doesn't know where that quote is from, it's from Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, one of my all-time favourites. 17. Favourite author. I don't have just one. I have lots of authors that I like, such as Debbie Maycomer, Kathy Rice, Nora Roberts, James Herriot, Clive Cussler, to name but a few. 18. Favourite book cover. I don't have one. There are lots of book covers I like, but there's not one that for me stands out. 19. Action or romance. Both. I like action books, I like romance. If they're combined, excellent, no problem. Number 20. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? To a favourite book. Unless it's something that is really, really sad, like death or major illness or something, then I have to find something that it doesn't matter whether I don't read that author again or not, because I know that if I went to a favourite series and it was, you know, the event was a tragic event, I would always associate that series with that and I wouldn't want to read it again. So if it's something like that, then I will go to something that I don't know. 21. How long do you need to finish a book? Depends on what I'm doing, how long the book is. There are some books that I can just read in a day. There are other books that it takes me longer. So it really varies. 22. How long is your mourning period? I don't think I have one. I'm not one of these people that will go, oh, that's the end of that book, what am I going to do? I will just go straight into another one. If it's a series, I try and make sure that I have as much of the series as I can before, you know, read if there's another book due out. Some people I know don't buy the series until the series is complete, so you can come in, they can just read it straight through, which I think is a good idea, but it's not something that I have done. 23. Least favourite book. Emma by Jane Austen. I started that book and Emma annoyed everything about me. I was like, oh, I got so angry with her, so I gave up. But what I do want to do is Alexander McCall Smith has written the modern day version of Emma. I would really like to read that to see how different it is. 24. Turn on a character. Believable, being able to see them in my mind. They have to be loyal, funny, and just everything that you could want in a good character. Turn off in a character. Abusive and not believable. I don't like characters that are abusive. It's one of my hates. And if they're not believable, then, you know, sorry, no, I'm not going to read them. 26. Reason I joined BookTube. Because I wanted to meet other people who read as much as I did, who maybe were reading different things to what I read. Therefore, I could get some ideas as to other books I could possibly read. And to interact with other readers. That's one of the really nice things about BookTube, that I can interact with all of you out there, and you can interact with me, and Amanda and I have become friends because of it, and it's really good. I really like that. You can make friends with other people and get to know them, and they get to know you, so yeah, BookTube is good that way. 27. Name a scary movie. So, it's not scary movie, scary book. Fiona, I don't have my glasses on, that's the reason I can't see. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's not one that I've read, so I don't know how scary it is, but that is, you know. The only other one I think, could you call A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens scary, because Scrooge sees all the, you know, the ghosts of Christmas present, past and future. Is that scary? Let me know down in the comments. I don't know. So if that goes as a scary book, we'll go Christmas Carol. 28. Last book that made you cry. Firefly Lane by Kirsten Hanna. I wept buckets. I bawled my eyes out. And it was such a good book. Oh, it was so good. The last book that you gave 5 stars. Theodore Boone, The Fugitive by John Grisham. I love that book. I've read the whole of the Theodore Boone series so far and really, really enjoyed them. And yeah, I got a 5 out of 5. 30. Any favourite book titles? Oh, there's so many. The Little White Horse, Christmas Ever After. There are just so many good book titles out there. I mean, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Brilliant title. So yeah, those are a few. The last book you read, I just finished last night, Breakthrough by Michael Gumley. I got that on my Kindle, and brilliant book. I will be doing a review of that book because it was just so good. Book you're currently reading, hold on, it's over here somewhere. I'm currently reading Fly Away by Kirsten Hanna. As a lot of you know, I'm doing this as a read along with Amanda over at Amanda Reads, so this is the one I'm currently reading in stages. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that. 33, last book adaptation you watched, Breaking Dawn Part 2. Oh, so good. Really, really enjoyed that. 34, a book character you've always wanted to talk to, Dirk Pitt, who is a character by Clive Cussler. Really enjoy that. Dirk works for the National Underwater Marine Agency, has lots of adventures, is into science, is into marine biology, things like that as well. So yeah, definitely him. 35, an author you've always wanted to talk to. There are so many, from Deborah Harkness, Debbie Maycomer, Kathy Rice, Clive Cussler. There are just so many people that I would like to talk to. It would be fantastic. 36, favourite book snack. Has to be cookies and hot chocolate. Nothing else does. It's like, oh no. If I'm sitting reading and I'm in for a long haul, as the saying goes, I will have my hot chocolate and I'll have some homemade cookies. Definitely the way to go. 37, book world you want to live in. Oh, Hogwarts. Definitely. I would love to be able to go to Hogsmeade and everything else. So yes, that is definitely where I want to live. 38, least world you want to live in. Anything that's connected with horror. I don't do horror, so I don't really like that idea of living in a scary place, so no, not for me. 39, last time you smelled a book. I don't know that I've ever smelled a book. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't smell books. Should I smell books? Please let me know. Is there something good about smelling a book? 40, weird insults used in books. I honestly can't think of any. I'm sure there are loads, and I'm sure if you know some, please let me know down below. But no, I can't remember any. 41, favourite romance book, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I love that book. I don't know, just the way it's written, the character of Mr. Rochester, you know, it's great. 42, do you write? No, I don't. I have had an idea for a sort of book or a story going around in my head. I have written a few poems, but I wouldn't call myself a writer. 43, favourite magical item. My first reaction to this was broomstick. I thought it'd be really good, but then, I don't know, would a time turner be a good idea? Would an invisibility cloak be really handy? Oh, it's so hard to make a decision, so I'm not. I'm just going to say those would probably be three of my favourite items that I would like to have. 44, your Quidditch position, seeker. Easy enough. 45, name a song you connect to a book. I don't have any songs that connect me to a book, but I do know that when I have the theme tune for Twilight by Muse, I've got that album, and if I read that, it kind of takes me back to Twilight. 46, favourite book related chat up line. Don't have one, never have heard of one. 47, have you ever used it? No. 48, favourite book fandom. I don't have any. It's not something I've gotten into, but I've seen sort of some of the things that other people have got, and they're really lovely, and maybe I need to start thinking about it. 49, how many books do you own? I have no idea. I would reckon I'm hitting anywhere between 200 to 500, if not more. I haven't counted. Maybe that's something I need to do, so I may do that at some point. And number 50, who do I tag? I tag Amanda at Amanda Reads. I tag Marie at Beyond Opinions. I tag Joe at Tiny Teacup, and anybody else out here who's watching this who wants to do this, please do it. Well, that's it. I've done the TMI book tag. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed my answers. Please let me know if you're not going to do the tag, but there are some questions that you like, what your answers would be. And if you do the tag, please let me know. I would really like to see what you've done. But that's it for this video, and I will see you soon for another one. Bye!